Triggers are programs which are executed automatically. Triggers are programs which are executed automatically based on an event. Based on a event. Now, what are triggers? Triggers are programs which are executed automatically based on an event. Now, what are the triggering events? Triggering events can be insert or update or delete. These are the three triggering events. These are the three events the trigger will be fired. Trigger timing can be before or after. I repeat, triggers are programs which are executed automatically based on an event. Okay, I'll give a simple example. We know we have discussed about procedures. How are you executing a procedure? How are we executing a procedure? If it is from SQL prompt, you are executing procedure using the command called exec. Execute is a statement which is used to execute the procedure. You are manually, explicitly executing the procedure. Or you can also execute it using the begin and end. Inside the begin and end, you can mention the procedure name whichever you want, and you can invoke it. So you need to manually invoke it. Or let's say function. If you want to execute a function, yes, you can execute it using the select statement. So procedures, functions are programs which you need to manually invoke it. Whereas triggers, the advantage of triggers is you don't need to execute it. Triggers are executed automatically. So whenever you want some code to be executed automatically in an Oracle database, you want some code to be executed automatically. Whenever you want some code to be executed automatically, then understand that you should use the concept of triggers. So Jamal, triggers are programs which get executed automatically. Let us understand practically how the triggers are executed automatically by looking at some examples. Before starting an example, let us learn the syntax of how to create a trigger. Create or replace trigger name, timing, event on table name, begin, the lines of code which you want to execute, and semicolon slash. Create or replace trigger followed with the trigger name. Timing. Jamal, what are the possible timings? You have two timings. You should use either before
and after.
Event. Three events, either insert or update or delete on whatever the table you want, set of lines you want to go. This is syntax of how to create a trigger. Let's understand by taking an example. Please look here. I want a message thank you to be displayed. I want a message thank you should be displayed whenever I insert a row in the employee table. This is my requirement. I want a message thank you to be displayed when the thank you should be displayed whenever you perform insert operation on employee table. This is a requirement. By looking at this requirement, you can understand what is the triggering event, what is the triggering table, and what is the triggering timing. By looking at this syntax, let's try an example. Dilavar, create or replace trigger followed with a trigger name. Can be, let's say trigger name can be T1. Followed with timing. You have two timings, either before or after. In this example, I want to use the timing after event. In your requirement, it is very clear. After insert on which table? On employee table, begin. What is the message you want to display? Thank you. So I write dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. Let's try to understand this example. In this example, the name of the trigger is T1. Triggering event is insert. When this trigger T1 will be executed, whenever we insert a row into the employee table, this trigger gets this begin and end. That's nothing but this block will be executed. Let us first create this. Let us first response. Please read the response trigger created. Trigger is created. Now Jamal, where is the output? Thank you.
Thank you is not, we have to, it doesn't show.
It doesn't show because we have created the trigger. We have not executed the trigger. Trigger is just created. Can you manually execute exec T1? No, that's wrong. Trigger cannot be executed manually. Trigger is executed automatically by the Oracle engine.
By insert, whenever the insert takes place.
Yes, whenever the event happens. Let's try to perform an event here now. I want to insert into employee number, employee name, salary, department number, values. But first we have to get the output set. Server output on. Please look at the output of this. Jamal. I am running an event. Generally we get the output one row created, but here in this case you get the standard output one row created. Along with that you also get a message. Please read the message what you are getting. Thank you. That means what has been executed? This block has been executed. Did you manually execute the block? No, it has been executed automatically. This code has been executed automatically. So this is how the triggers are used. Whenever you want some set of lines to be executed automatically. In that case we use a trigger. Jamal, in what cases you want the code to be executed automatically? Can you give me a scenario?
For example, if someone deletes,
Okay.
then you will have this trigger.
A real-time scenario, can you tell me when do you want the code to be executed automatically? Let's say for example, Jamal, you book a flight ticket. Okay, when you book a flight ticket, you get a message to your mobile saying that your ticket has been booked and this is the reference number or whatever it is, the ticket number, isn't it? So is that message sent manually or is it message sent automatically? Message is sent automatically. So that means automatically some lines of code is getting executed. Whenever you draw the amount, whenever you deposit the amount in the bank, you get a message, amount deposited. Whenever you swipe a credit card, you get a message, credit card has been, transaction has been completed. So these kind of messages are sent automatically, isn't it, Dilawar? Whenever you want some lines of code to be executed automatically, in that case we should use the concept of trigger. Clear? What happens when I write one more insert command? Again, do you get a message? Thank you.
Yeah, should be.
Again, you get a message. Thank you. In the next session, is it permanent? In next session, if I write an insert, whenever from now, not only now, after 1 week or after 1 year, whenever you now write an insert command, then the lines of code gets executed and you get a message. Thank you.
Sunil,
Yes.
if you try to insert the same row insert values. So
Mhm.
we'll say that it is already existing if the constants are there. So will it
If
again
there,
say that?
if there's a primary key here,
Yeah, yeah. Suppose there is a
assume there's a,
primary, yeah, there is a primary key constant is there on that table, on the particular column, and you are again inserting a duplicate one. So insertion will be failed. It's already duplicate. It is a duplicate already exists, and then will it show thank you also?
no, because insertion is failed. When the thank you will be displayed only when the insertion is successful. Only when the event is successful, the trigger gets executed. If the event is not successful, trigger will not be executed.
Okay, fine.
Okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunil, one more thing. If there is one payroll table is there, for example, confidential table is there. Okay. I want nobody to get the data also. I mean, nobody should run a select query also to know the salaries of the individuals. In that case, I cannot use this because I mean the select is not included in this.
In that case, you should not.
Select is not there, na? So it is only for update, delete, and insert.
Okay.
So if I don't
No,
want,
you want some line. No, when you want some lines of code to be executed automatically whenever the select statement is executed, isn't it? That's what your requirement is?
yeah, select should
No,
not work.
will not work. The triggering events are only three events, either insert or update or delete. So you can execute your lines of code only for three operations, either insert or update or delete. Okay?
Yeah,
Shall
yeah.
we try one
Suppose
more example? Yeah.
uh, in our HR table, there is one salary button is there. Okay, so if someone clicks that button, he can go and just see the salary, for example. So in that case, there is no insert, there is no update, there is no delete also. But still, if someone press the button, there should be a notification that you are entering to so and so. So that even when I click on that, so that is not a select statement when I'm clicking on salary button.
When you're clicking on salary button, what is the message you're getting?
No, it takes me to the next form, but I want that. Okay, I mean, it will say that. Okay,
That that that
what?
that can be achieved. That can be achieved using the form builder tool. In the form builder tool, when you click on a button, there is a trigger called when button pressed. Okay.
Okay,
At that point of time, what happens when the button is pressed? Do you want to display the salaries, or do you want a message saying that the salary should not be displayed? That can be handled at the form level,
form
not at
level,
the database level.
so personalization, huh?
Yes, through personalization or customization of the form, custom form development. That
Acha.
can be handled. Okay, not at the database level. That is at the form level validations.
Okay,
Form level triggers are also there. In forms also we have triggers. Using the triggers in the forms, you can do that. Not of the
okay,
database triggers. Okay.
fine.
Okay. Okay. Triggers in this example, Jamal, trigger is executed on what event? Insert event. Okay.
Yes.
So triggers can be created on multiple events. Triggers can be created on multiple events. What do you mean by triggers created on multiple events? Look at this. Jamal, I am making some changes in my code. After insert or update,
Okay. Okay.
Jamal, trigger is executed whenever you
Insert, update, or delete.
delete. Not on one operation, on any of these operations. For example, now I delete. Do you think you get a message? Thank you, Jamal.
Yes, you'll get.
You got a message. Thank you. That means trigger is executed, not insert operation, Jamal, for update operation as well as for the delete operation also.
You can also do it like after or before.
Yes, timings can be changed. What do you mean by after?
At the
What does
same
it mean?
after executing.
After executing the delete operation, after the row is deleted, the trigger is executed. That is called after. So first what will happen? First the event is executed. After executing the event, then only the trigger is executed. But if you look at the output here, Jamal, first thank you is printed and then one row is deleted. By looking at this output, what do you think is that first a trigger is executed and then the row is deleted? But this is wrong. Actually, in general, DBMS outputs are having higher preference than the standard outputs. As DBMS outputs are having higher preference, first thank you is printed and then first thank you is displayed. But technically what is happening is first the row is deleted. Only after the row is deleted, the trigger is executed. That is the meaning of after. Clear, Jamal?
Clear.
Okay. Now, if I delete a row, the message what I am getting is thank you. If I insert a row, the message I get is thank you. If I update the row, the message what I get is thank you. That means the lines of code which is executed is common. The lines of code which is getting executed is common for all the three events.
Yes.
Now my requirement is if the row is inserted, I should get a message. Thank you for inserting. If the row is updated, I should get a message. Thank you for updating. If the row is deleted, I should get a message.
Thank you for deleting.
Thank you for deleting. Or why are you deleting?
Why are you deleting? This is good.
These are the message what I should get.
Thank you for
Okay.
deleting.
So that means the lines of code should be different for all the three different events. In this case, the lines of code is common for all the three events. Yes, you can execute different lines of code for different events. Yes, look at this example. Begin if inserting, then thank you for inserting. ELSIF. Trigger created. In this example, inserting, updating, similarly there is one more keyword called deleting. These are keywords, predefined words which automatically identify the event because of which the trigger is executed. Basing on that event, the lines of code gets executed. These are all predefined words. Got it, Jamal? Inserting, updating, in the same way we have a predefined word, deleting, using which it identifies automatically what the event has been executed, and basing on that, the trigger gets executed. So I want to delete this last record 2222. What is the message you're getting?
Why are you deleting?
Dilavar, why are you deleting? That means no, it's not the common code, it's a different code that gets executed. If I insert again, what is the message I get? I get a message, thank you for inserting. Dilavar, the lines of code is getting executed different basing on the event which is performed on the table.
Yeah.
So even that triggers can be executed on multiple events. If you observe, when you deposit the money in the bank, you get a message money has been deposited. If you withdraw the message, you get a message. Withdraw the message, what you get is money has been withdrawn. So the triggers lines of code getting executed different based on the event. Agree? So those kind of scenarios. So point I want to tell you is that triggers can be executed not only on one event. Triggers can be executed on multiple events, as well as not the common code. Different pieces of code can be executed for all the three different types of events. Clear?
Yeah. Sunil,
Yes.
when we are deleting something, okay, then only after that trigger will be raised. When we are inserting after that, and when we are updating after that, only we will come to know that, okay, this has been executed.
Yes.
So that's why in the after. So before means what? I mean, before, how system will know that you are going to use a delete command?
I'll show you example for before also.
Sunil,
Yes.
in this creating trigger T1, I see that deleting is not there. Like on the third, else.
When this condition is not satisfied, when this condition is not satisfied, automatically else condition gets executed by default. Agree? Else
if, for example, number one is deleting, then updating, then
else you can, then automatically it will be updating. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Inserting is taking place, then it will show inserting message. Deleting is taking place, whichever, all the three.
Okay. Okay, understood.
Yesterday I have been to Shamshabad airport, Dilawar. Okay, my friend is coming from US. So in the Shamshabad airport, believe it or not, it's all Ramzan festival atmosphere.
Achha. And what time
Lot
you
of morning 6:30.
Morning 6:30. Achha. Yeah.
All visitors, all international arrivals are mainly from Dubai, Middle East countries.
Middle
All.
East.
Yeah, I can see the festival atmosphere.
Yeah. In fact, the school holidays have started, no? So that's why your
Okay.
families are going for vacation, like.
Yeah. I think maybe after 1 week, I still the crowd will be much more.
Yeah, because I too have to reach there, no? So crowd will be more then.
Yeah. Types of triggers. Triggers are divided into two types. Statement level triggers, row level triggers. Triggers are two types of triggers, statement level triggers and row level triggers. I am starting a WhatsApp group. Okay, in that group, all Oracle experts I am planning to bring together. Okay, so I will add Jamal and Dilawar, both of you also. Please join in our group. Okay.
No, it's a expert group or beginners group?
No. It's only experts group where the doubts will be shared, material will be shared, recruitment openings will be shared. If you have any doubts with respect to any technology, it can be shared. Other people will be helping out. Any tips and tricks or updates on Oracle news.
Yeah,
So it's
very
all
nice.
Oracle professional group. Okay.
Yeah.
Not only Oracle database, Dilawar, it could be Oracle applications, it will be Oracle Forms, Oracle Cloud, Oracle DBS, okay, Oracle Fusion experts, all Oracle domain, Oracle SOA experts. So all the resources who are in the Oracle platform, I'm planning to bring together. Okay, I'll make you admin. Both of you, I'll make you admin for a couple of days. If you have any good resources, not the Only all skilled resources are there. Please add those resources to our group also. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You already have any such kind of group, Dilavar?
Uh, we have not for ERP kind of. It has different group is there, which is for the network,
Okay,
infrastructure.
networking. With
And,
respect to Oracle, it is not there.
with respect to Oracle, it's not there. Not even programming also. It is more related to the infrastructure side.
What do you think, Dilavar? Is it a good idea?
Very good idea, sir. Very good. Nowadays, if you have a group, then only, you can share your
Information.
ideas. You will be up to date as per the market trend requirement where it is. So this is how we can come close together.
This came to my mind. Yeah, Sunil.
Hello?
Yeah, Sunil, you know someone who knows a trainer for Microsoft?
I have seen your mail. Can you be very specific? Which in what you're looking in Microsoft?
Like MCSE.
CCNA, MCSC, CCNA.
Yeah, MCSE. No, not me, actually from tech support team. So they asked me if you know someone.
You want an MCSC online trainer?
Yeah.
And
MCSE.
and how many number of participants?
I think one person.
Okay. Actually, we are not in Microsoft technologies now. I don't have any trainer. But if I find any good trainer, I will update you.
Okay. Yeah.
There are two types of triggers: statement level triggers and row level triggers. Okay, look at this. Okay, how to drop the trigger? Dropping the trigger, name of the trigger is T1. Dropping is very simple. Drop trigger, like drop table name, drop trigger name, the trigger will be removed. Okay, fine. Now tell me, look at this example carefully. This question is for Jamal. Create or replace trigger name after update on employee table. Jamal, what is the name of the trigger?
TRG1.
What is the triggering event?
After.
Triggering event.
Update.
Trigger table. Triggering table is employee table.
Employee table.
Now look at this carefully. Update set this is the update command. In department number 30, it's not one employee. There are 6 employees working in department number 30.
Okay.
So the output will be 6 rows updated. How many times you get thank you for updating? 1 time or 6 times?
1 time.
6 rows updated, but look at the message, it is displayed only once. So these kind of triggers which will be executed only once are called as statement level triggers. Statement level triggers will execute only once. Irrespective of number of rows affected by the event. So Dilavar, if the update command is affecting 1000 rows, trigger will execute only once.
Yeah.
These kind of triggers are called as statement level. By default, every trigger is a statement level trigger only. Okay. All by default the trigger is a statement level trigger. Can you guess, Dilavar, what is a row level trigger?
Maybe it will make a. I have multiple, but
Opposite.
Row level triggers. If the update command is affecting 6 rows, thank you for updating, you will get it 6 times. 6 times the trigger will execute. Row level triggers will execute for every row. What do you mean by for every row? If n rows are affected, then n times trigger will be executed. Got it? Did you understand? How to create a row level trigger? Just use the words for each row. When you include the clause for each row, when you use the clause for each row, this becomes a row level trigger.
Okay.
What I have used? For each row. For each row clause is used. To create a I have just included 3 words, Dilavar. Only the 3 words which I have included is
For each
for each row. Trigger created. This is an example of a row level trigger. How to identify whether it is a statement level trigger or a row level trigger? Very simple. If you use the word for each row, this is a row level trigger. Now look at the update. 6 rows are updated. Dilavar, how many times you're getting a message? 6 times. These triggers are called as what? Row level triggers.
any benefit of having repeating the same message 6 times?
No, yes, there is a purpose of this row level trigger. The actual purpose I'll show you in the next example. Okay. What is the use of this row level triggers? What is the advantage of row level triggers? The main advantage of row level triggers is we can use :new and :old qualifiers. We can use :new and :old qualifiers in row level triggers. That is the advantage. Jamal, Dilavar, you said that what is the advantage of row level triggers? The advantage is that you can use :new qualifier and :old qualifiers in the row level triggers. Okay, why should we use :new and :old qualifiers? What is the purpose of this :new and :old qualifiers? Let's try to understand the examples. There are 2 advantages of triggers. First advantage, which we already know, automatic execution of code. First advantage of trigger is an automatic execution of code. Second advantage is that we can enforce business rules. Yes, this is interesting. Second advantage, we can enforce business rules using the trigger. How triggers are automatic execution of code, we have practically seen. It could be 10 lines of code or 100 lines of code that code gets executed automatically. That is one advantage. Triggers are also used for enforcing business rules. That means you can apply some rules using the triggers. What rules we can apply? What kind of rules we can apply? How can we apply these kind of business rules using the triggers? Let's try to understand using some examples. Okay. Now in these examples, Dilavar, you have a doubt about before timing.
Yeah.
Okay. your doubt about the before timing will be cleared in this enforcing the business rules. In this examples of enforcing the business rules, I use a triggering timing as before. Before triggering, I just also I'll show you simple example of before timing, and then we look at the other examples. Let us create the table student. So is it Halim available in Oman, Dilavar?
Yeah, sorry.
Halim available in Oman?
Yeah, it's available, but
This
little bit.
exporters from Hyderabad, all this popular Halims from Cave Bahar and Pista House. Is it available, Pista House Halim in Oman?
No. The supply is only to Saudi, US, like that. But in Oman, they prepare here itself.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of Hyderabadi restaurants are here.
Hyderabad restaurants are there in Oman?
Yeah, a lot of.
Okay.
Hyderabad biryani.
Have you tasted Hyderabad biryani, Jamal?
Yeah, yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Every week I should get one.
Oh, okay. Jamal, your nationality, are you born and brought up in Oman?
No. And I'm just 10 years here from Philippines.
Oh, Philippines. Philippines. Okay. Now I think Philippines is a hub for call centers, business BPOs, isn't it now these days?
Yeah.
But more number of natural calamities, I think so.
At least twice in a year.
Natural calamities and artificial calamities also there. Some people are creating disturbance over there. Artificial calamities.
Okay.
Government is not considering that. I think it is private. Before terminating the like that. But there, government always try to so we a lot of contracts have been contracted IT people, third party, they have been transferred. And those are direct dispatch and then direct payroll, they are also doing it. The government will be anyway, risk like age 40 plus like. So there's no eligibility like giving the risk right.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. I have created a table student, and important thing, Dilavar, there is a primary key. Okay, and in student number, so duplicates are not allowed in the primary key, and inserting 3 rows. 3 rows are permanently inserted. Select star from student. You're getting the 3 rows. Now I create a trigger. Create trigger. TRG2 is the name of the trigger. Before insert on
Empty.
student. Student. This time it's I want to take an example of student table. Begin.
Okay, this is for okay.
Dilavar. Name of the trigger is TRG2. When the trigger will be executed? Whenever we insert a row into the student table. But the timing is before. That means before the insertion, trigger gets executed. Okay. So thank you for inserting is the code, you get it, and then that row will be inserted. Now let us test.
Yeah.
So as expected, before the insert command, the trigger gets executed, and then you get a message, one row created. Okay. Here, whether the event is before or after, output will be remain the same. But technically, what do you mean by before is nothing but first trigger gets executed, then the event gets executed. Okay. Now, one 102 is already available in the table.
Yeah.
And we have a primary key. Primary key will not accept duplicates. So when you run this, and the timing is before, generally with what you think, Dilavar, as the timing is before, first thank you gets executed. Thank you for inserting is it, and then the trigger gets executed, and then trigger, there is a primary key constraint which will not accept duplicates. So insert command will fail, but still trigger will not be executed. Error. Okay, sorry. What's the message you're getting? Thank you for
Inserting.
yeah. Trigger is executed. That is the before. Okay. Did you understand?
Yeah. So even if the insert or update fails, but it will give you the message that
Yes.
it will
Because the timing is before.
Yeah.
And if it is after, then it will
And definitely you will not get the
display.
Thank you.
You will not be able to insert because duplicate is there. The message also will not appear.
changing the event to sorry, not create. Create or
Replace.
now the old trigger will be replaced with the
Yeah. Okay.
107. So not you want to test it for
Yeah. Same value.
101 already existing. You're not getting thank you for inserting.
Yeah. After it will
Okay.
Because it's the triggering event is after. Only after the insert command the trigger gets executed. Trigger is not at all command is not executed, so trigger will not fire. Okay? I hope now you got an experience on before and after.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Now this is not important. Actually the important is how can we enforce business rules by using the triggers. Using :new and :old files is important. So let us understand. I think we have how many triggers are there? We have removed the trigger, I think so, isn't it? There's a
Here is allowed.
TRG1. TG1.
drop trigger TRG2. Trigger dropped. Drop trigger TRG1. Trigger dropped. Drop trigger I think T1 is already dropped. Okay, fine. Observe the two insert commands. This is our employee table. How many employees are working in the organization? 15 employees are working in the organization. The rule of an organization is no employee should have salary more than 5,000. What is the rule? No employee should have salary more than 5,000. So if by mistake, if the HR recruits a new employee with employee number 4444, employee name BB and salary is 7,000, this insert command should give us error. Whereas this insert command, as the salary is less than 5,000, this insert command should be accepted. The trigger should accept this insert command. The trigger should not accept this insert command. The trigger should stop the insert commands because the rule of the organization is that salary should not be more than 5,000. Is my requirement clear?
Yes. Correct.
So my question is to create a trigger which applies the business rule. Salary should not be more than 5,000. How to do this? Trigger should stop insert commands if the salary is more than 5,000. Trigger should accept if the salary is less than 2,000. Okay. Now how to do that? Look at this. Create or replace trigger trg5, any trigger name, anything. Before, when the trigger should check? Before insert on employee table. When it should check? Dilavar, obviously it should check before insert, not after insert. What happens when you write after? The row is inserted. After the row is inserted, there is no meaning in checking. Anyways, the row will have 7,000 inserted, isn't it? Not after the insert command. When it should check, only the before the insert command. So the timing should be before. For each row. What does that mean for each row? This is a row level trigger. Begin. DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. What should the message, Jamal? What should be the message? Sorry.
Salary cannot be more than.
Sorry. No. First it should check if. Begin. What it should check? It should not check employee number. It should not check employee name. It should check this value 7,000. 7,000 is referring to which column? Salary. So if salary greater than 5,000, then every if should have if salary, this is what salary is the column. Can you directly write column name in the if condition? No, you cannot write the column name. You should write if
alias.
Colon new dot sal. There are two qualifiers we can use it in triggers, as I told you, colon new qualifier and colon old qualifier. Now I am giving you an example of colon new qualifier. New dot sal refers to the new salary value which you are inserting. When you run the insert command, when you run this insert command, new dot sal refers to 2000. How do you refer a value in the insert in the event? You can refer a value in the event by writing new dot sal. Got it? In this insert command, new dot sal is nothing but 7000. So you can refer a value in the insert command by writing colon new qualifier. Okay. Okay. First, let's create this. Trigger create. Now, Dilaver. When I run this insert command, first tell me trigger will execute or not. Trigger will be executed, no doubt, because the triggering event is insert. Trigger will execute. New dot sal refers to what value? Tell me.
2000.
New dot sal refers to 2000. 2000 greater than 5000 condition is false. Do you get a message salary more than 5000?
No.
No, you should not. You will not get the message. You get simply the one row created. Previously table is having 15 rows. Now table will have 16 rows. Are you able to see the new row? Yes. Now Dilaver. New dot sal refers to which value now?
7000.
7000 greater than 5000 condition is true. What is the message you get?
Yeah.
Salary cannot be more than?
Fine.
Okay. So the triggering timing is before. So before the insert command, the trigger gets executed. The message what you get is salary cannot be more than 1000. And then after the trigger is executed, what will happen? Event will execute, no doubt. Event will be executed. You get a message one row created.
Yeah.
Got it? So the timing of before is before the event. So before the insert command, trigger gets executed. After the trigger, definitely the event will execute. They get a message one row created. So finally, you are unable to stop the event. You are able to throw some message to the end user, but you are unable to stop the event. So let's start from previously 16 rows. Now you are able to get 17 rows. So, but you should dbms underscore output dot put line cannot stop the insert command. It can show only the message. Instead of dbms underscore output dot put line, you should write raise underscore application underscore error. Minus 20,150.
Good number. Error.
Trigger created. Instead of dbms output statement, I am using raise underscore application underscore error. What is the effect of it? What is the effect of raise underscore application underscore error? Let us look at it. 6,000. Now, Jamal, when this insert command gets executed, before the insert command, the trigger will file new dot sal refers to what value?
6,000.
6,000 greater than 5,000 condition is true. This line number 6 will be executed. What is the result of line number 6? Have a look at it. Can you read this? Salary cannot be more than 5,000. ORA minus 20,150. What is this 20,150? Is it the same number we have given it?
Yes.
Yes. And are you getting a message saying that one row has been inserted? You are not getting the message. That means row is not inserted. What that is the power of raise underscore application underscore error. The power of raise underscore application underscore error, or the purpose of the raise underscore application underscore error, will throw some error number
Okay.
and error message to the calling environment, and then it will stop the event. The event will be stopped. DBMS underscore put underscore line will show the output in only SQL star plus environment. If the front end is a Java page, do you think DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line salary cannot be more than 5,000? Can you display it in the Java page? Can you display it in Oracle form? You cannot do that. Whereas raise underscore application underscore error, it can be any front end environment. It could be JSP page or a HTML page or on a Java page, whatever it is. It will throw an error number and error message to the calling environment, and finally it will stop the event. So trigger is not accepting the row if the salary is more than 5,000. Clear?
Yeah.
Jamal, Dilawar, is this clear how the trigger is applying the business rule?
Yeah. This error code, what you have mentioned, 20150.
Yes. I'll tell you about the raise underscore application underscore error. Raise underscore application underscore error is having two parameters. One is error number, the other one is error message. Okay. Error number can be any number within the range of minus 20,000 to minus 20,999. Any number you can use it in this range.
Okay.
Error message, that means this one is error message, can be less than or equal to 2000 characters. What we have hardly used is 20 characters. It should be less than 2000 characters. Error number, you can use it any number which is in this range.
So it is 999 only, no? Sunil?
Hmm?
The range is 999 only.
Yes, 999 numbers.
Okay.
Your doubt is, let's say as a developer you have used one number minus 20,150. Okay, so can I use the same number or not? No, minus, these are 999 numbers in one program. This is local to the program.
Okay.
Okay,
Fine, yeah.
you can use the same number in other program also, but local to a program it should be unique numbers, and 999 numbers you can use it.
Yeah.
Is this clear about this new qualifier? Okay,
Yeah.
and also raise underscore application underscore error. Okay,
Yeah.
let us look at one more example. I drop this trigger. Okay. Jamal, look at the two delete commands. One delete command is deleting the employee Blake. One delete command is deleting the employee King. Now look at the requirement. This is an organization having 17 employees. Jamal. Okay. Now organization is running in losses. So management has decided to relieve the employees or fire the employees who are having less performance. Management has decided to fire the employees. So according to the management decision, HR identifies that two employees are not properly working. One is Blake, one is King. So as management has decided to decrease the strength of the organization, HR has decided to delete how many employees? 2 employees. Who is Blake? Blake is a manager. Manager can be relieved, not a problem. He can be fired. Who is King? He is a president of our organization. How can he remove the president? Which is impossible. He is the owner. He is the director. Agree? So, by mistake, if the HR deletes the king, he should get a message. Cannot delete president. This is what we want. The message. And delete should not executed on kin. Delete, you can delete Blake, you can delete Jones, you can delete Scott, all these employees can be deleted, but King should not be deleted. Why King cannot be deleted? Because he is the president. So create a trigger which restrict delete operation on, create a trigger which will restrict delete operation on president. Okay. How to do this?
You have to use before trigger.
Create or replace trigger. Trigger name can be any trigger TRG6. When it should check before. Or what operation? Delete on employee. Begin. How to write the condition? If last time we have condition is on salary column, this time condition is on president. President is in which column? President is in job column.
Old job.
If job equal to president, cannot if job equal to, you cannot direct write column name. Job is existing value present in the table, isn't it, Jamal?
Yes.
Last time we have used new dot job because it is a new salary, but here president you need to already there in the table. So here you should write
Old.
Oh, okay.
colon old dot job. Why old? Because job is already existing in the table.
Okay. That means
Okay.
it is newly sold.
Sunil, on each row will not be using?
Yeah, we should use it. I forgot. If you are using colon new and colon old, colon new and colon old qualifiers are allowed only in a row level trigger. You cannot use it on statement level. When you run this delete command, trigger will be executed, no doubt. Old dot job refers to Blake's job. What is Blake's job? Manager. Manager equal to president. This line will not get executed. So you will not get any message. Simply the trigger will allow. Okay, child record found. There is a constraint, I think so. Oh. Sorry. One row deleted. Trigger is not stopping the delete command for Blake. Now I delete the king. When you delete the king, when you delete the king, old dot job refers to king's job. King's job is president. President equal to president condition is true. What is the message? Cannot delete the president. Got it? It is the same number. And you are not getting a message one row deleted. Your raise underscore application underscore error is the importance is that it will stop the event and then throw an error message and error member to the calling environment. So you have understood how the triggers can also be used for enforcing the business rules using :new and :old qualifiers. Clear?
Yeah.
So triggers are having two advantages. One is automatic execution of code, as well as you can enforce the business rules using :new and :old qualifiers. And whenever you don't want this trigger, let's say now you don't want any such kind of trigger to be applied, you can drop trigger trg, since the trigger is removed from the database. So triggers are programs which are permanently stored. The main specialization or the main advantage of trigger is automatic execution of code. Got it?
Yeah.
So this is all about triggers. With this, we have completed all the objects of PL SQL programming also. We have finished. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you, Dila.